Welcome to another edition of Ego on Break. I'm your host, Jay Andrews, and by always, I'm joined by the lovely Mississippi Madman over here. He's got his hair all slicked back today. He's looking fancy.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all see how the people at work love my mohawk.
Yeah. So, today we're just going to do a little bit of what's going on in wrestling. We're going to talk some pro wrestling ego, talk some independent wrestling, a little TNA, a little WWE. Just see where the conversation goes. So, you watched anything recently?
No.
No. Well, that was
I got
quick.
stuff filmed to watch. I just haven't watched it.
Well, the podcast is over, so yeah. Thanks for coming, you know. I watched a little bit of Chikara. I watched some Alex Shelley. I saw a few clips of Alex Shelley versus Delirious from a promotion several years back,
Really?
and it's like all like fan cam, and it's all like 10 to 12 seconds long, but I'd like to find the actual match. I think it would probably be super good. Two of my favorites.
So it's like clips?
No, it's just like I turned it on and hey, look, I filmed, turned it off.
Yeah,
you
clips.
know?
Yeah.
So, you know, your clip may be them like walking around the ring or something. It's not like, ooh, look, a big move or nothing.
Yeah.
But just, you know, two of my favorite guys, and I just thought I'd like to find that. So if anybody knows what match is at, send us a link.
Who was their big feud? Like when he first started in Ring of Honor, like they were having match after match. Him and Seidel, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That's
I think
right,
so.
Yeah.
I think so. I know I watched him and Jimmy Jacobs when Jimmy Jacobs was us, and not Zombie Princess.
And now he's in Impact.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that are kind of help creating Impact now. Well, that's big news. Don Callis and oh man, Team Canada. What's the guy's name? Scott D'Amore.
Scott D'Amore.
They're now the guys at Impact
So
that's running everything.
Cool.
They got Jimmy Jacobs working with them as kind of on the creative team, and someone else, Sanjay Dutt, if I'm not mistaken. You know, Sanjay was, you know, he did a lot with the Rock King or whatever in India, the TNA of India.
Okay.
So, you know, it's kind of cool that, you know, they're like, hey, we're going to switch it up, you know. So,
Okay.
If you've been a hater of Impact, you know, now may be the time to tune in and see the new direction.
I saw like the highlights of the last week's show, right there, they crowned the new women's champion and all that.
Well, now I don't think maybe like their episodes don't start till like January or something.
Is
Like
that what
you
it
see,
is?
now they're like, you know, you're going to see. You know, it's going to take time to filter it out and see what we can do and what we can. But, you know, he's like, as always, you'll see guys leave. You'll see new guys coming in because, you know, every time you get a new guy in power, they have guys they want to build things around.
Yeah. Well, you always have your favorites, you know.
Yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward. I mean, I've been, you know, kind of closet watching Impact for a while. I haven't really, I've never just sat there and watched an episode, so I don't want to be like I'm an expert on it. But just kind of, a lot of the stuff they're doing now reminds me of the early days of Impact. And, you know, you're bringing in your, you know, kind of the guys that are on the indies, but maybe not the top indie darlings, but definitely indie guys that are out there, you know, doing it out, you know.
Like
so
Congo Kong.
Yeah, you know, so.
Who is the guy that looks like Rakish?
Falabala.
That dude. I saw just a little highlight reel of him, and he impressed me.
Yeah, he's not bad, you know. But he looked huge, but he really isn't. I mean,
short.
Yeah. I mean, like, and I don't know his stats or all, but like, you know, if he's 300 pounds, then he's like 5'2" or something. You know what I mean? Like, he's not a Rikishi size guy. It's like like.
Well, it's just a facial feature that I saw.
It's almost like you know how they had Petey Williams doing like the Little Papa Pump or whatever, being like this could like Falabala could be Rikishi's sidekick, or Yokozuna's sidekick would probably be a better example. But
yeah, I saw he's back too. I thought he was being a fireman.
Yokozuna?
No, Petey Williams.
Oh yeah,
Yoko's
back.
dead.
Yeah. Well, I was like,
hard.
I was like, I don't know how he's coming back. But yeah, Petey's back and Sanjay's back, and you know, they got Trevor Lee, and just man, they got some guys that are just tearing it up. So
I know they got a couple of Lucha Underground guys now.
Yeah.
Like
got some guys from AAA or not AAA, Crash, I think, which is a smaller like indie. I guess not an indie fed in Mexico, but not one of the major two. It'd kind of be the Ring of Honor maybe of Mexico, if I had to give it a label maybe. You know, they got just man, if it's some guys in there, you know what I mean. And I don't want to just call names, but you know, Desmond Xavier's there, and Sammy Callahan just kind of showed up.
He did something with Conan that I saw.
Yes, I mean, it's cool to see these guys in there, And on the WWE front, I think the biggest news is what the
women's going to have a Royal Rumble at the Royal Rumble.
Women's Royal Rumble at the Rumble. So I hope it turns out better than the Divas Battle Royal that they had a few years back at WrestleMania that Santina Marella won.
Yeah, I still say my prediction is Stephanie's going to win.
Stephanie's winning?
Yeah. Or Trish Stratus because they're bringing her back.
I'm going to go with Natty Neidhart. Natty's my pick. I doubt let's see, who's the smallest one there? Sasha Banks. That's who's going to win.
Yeah.
Sasha's going to win because she's the smallest. So she can hide.
Depends on where it's at.
Bob and weave.
Yeah, that's right.
So, any other names you've heard?
Nah, I assume the roster, but anybody else they're bringing in, there's a bunch out there they could bring in.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
you got all, they got tons of girls on the main roster and in NXT, and then you got a lot of the girls from the, the Mae Young Classic or whatever that was. So, I'm kind of excited to see where it goes,
I'm curious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, as far as the Rumble goes, I think they're still doing 30 man.
So they're going to do 2 Rumbles?
Yeah, women's and men's. It's going to be a long show.
That was what I was thinking.
I feel it's going to be like a 4-hour show
especially if they mix in 2 to 3 matches, that are kind of singles.
Well, here's my question. You think 2 Rumbles in a row is going to be boring? If it's done wrong?
I mean, honestly, man, and I hate to say this, but I think I would have rather seen, a special kind of built around, kind of like they did with the women's match, but a special to have the women's Royal Rumble and have a couple women's matches, a women's main event, whatever, and maybe use the Rumble as, where they do the winner gets a shot or whatever, and make it its own special thing. I think it would have. I think it's going to take away, or the men is going to be 40 minutes long and the women are going to be 18 minutes long. You know what I mean?
I don't know how many women there are on the roster, to be honest with you. That's why I said if it's not too many women, it won't be as long.
I mean, if they do, even at 20 women, I mean, that's, if they're each out there 3 minutes, I mean, you got an hour,
I bet they tell them to run to the ring.
I'm just wondering if they're probably going to do it like Royal Rumble lumberjack style, where maybe they bring them all out and kind of remember World War III or whatever. Everybody's walking out and they're just, here comes that guy. Oh, look at that guy. And they're just kind of mentioning them as they walk by. And maybe then all of them just circle the ring and then just 2 start. And it almost like lumberjack style, but each one gets in.
I just say if they do it, they're only going to have maybe 3 singles matches or maybe a tag match in between them.
I'll say it's never really many matches with the Royal Rumble. You may get 3 or 4 matches.
The Rumble's long, dude. Yeah. It's usually almost an hour long.
Yeah, I mean just with the intervals. I mean they go
a minute.
I mean you're at 30 minutes just to get everybody in there. So. I mean, unless the last person going to walk in and get eliminated, I
thought maybe they'd start it with the women and then end it with the title matches. And the Royal Rumble, the main. I don't know,
but I'm kind of excited to see. I like the idea that they're kind of branching out and doing some different stuff. It's the same old, but it's still different,
For them, that's different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, now they're using WCW ideas because they're out of ideas. Now what are they going to run into? I'm waiting for them to have, what's the one in TNA? With the rubber bands hanging overhead. Well, they got to climb to the X title.
Ultimate X?
Ultimate X.
Oh, man.
That's the only thing left. They ain't got nothing else to rip off.
I want to have an Ultimate X in Pro Wrestling Ego.
Yeah, there you go. Ultimate Ego?
Yeah, Ultimate Ego. That's great. Is there is there a gimmick match that you would like to see in Ego that maybe has never been here, like an Ultimate X? Or I know we just had the Survivors Rumble, the Squared Circle Survival Rumble, so we kind of have our own version of the Rumble. And we've had street fights, that kind of thing. But is there something completely odd and out there that maybe you would like to see?
What was the one with Abdullah the Butcher sitting in the chair? I don't want to see that. Don't want to see that. You gotta electrocute your
Was it
opponent
House
to
of
death.
Horrors
That
or
was
something?
it. Yeah. Don't want to see that. Don't want to see the electrified fence. That was horrible.
Reverse ladder match.
A blindfold in a cage match. You know, God.
I wonder if we could get our hands on a shark cage and.
God, that was horrible too. That was Dusty Rhodes and somebody.
I don't remember, but it was on like Golden Wrestling. It was like a 5-disc CD DVD set or whatever, and Shark Tank there.
Anything on a pole.
It looked like the Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Yeah, hell, they had this much. They had as much room as me and you do in this car.
What a list.
Yeah, probably less. I think we could probably do more.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
But as far as a match goes, I don't know. We did a ladder match.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since you did a cage. Have you ever did a cage in Ego?
Yeah, early days of Pro Wrestling Ego.
Well, what about the one they just
match.
did at NXT?
Was that
With
War
the
Games?
teams, the War Games. That's
Yeah, I don't want to do it like they done it.
Well, no, theirs was bad from what everybody's told me. But no, I'd like to do a War Games done correctly.
Yeah. I mean, I think that could be fun, you know. And I'm a big proponent of, it's not War Games if you can escape.
No,
you know,
it needs to be, a bear hug finish, clearly.
Yeah.
Remember that? It's true, that's what it was.
Yeah, but,
I was like, who the hell submitted to a bear hug in 20 damn years? Oh, that guy, that's right.
I know I heard like the biggest complaint about the WWE's version of War Games or whatever was the fact that they had a rule where if you escaped the ring, your team would be disqualified. And Adam Cole kept trying to escape, but all the other guys would stop him from escaping. Well, if him escaping caused him to be disqualified, then hey, let him leave. His whole team would have lost. So it's like, I guess they thought, oh wait, we're in WWE, so maybe they got confused and thought, well, since we're at WWE and he clammed over, then he won. Because that's kind of
That's stupid.
that's kind of the WWE rule in cage matches. If you escape, you win.
Yeah, it's always been.
So.
Probably my favorite match I ever did in WWE, the escape rules, was Brett and Owen.
Tie him up in
I
the
love
cage.
that match, man. But, no, I'd like to see a good War Games. We did one a long time ago.
Yeah, but it was not Ego.
No.
It was School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
So you got the women coming back. You got anything else? Oh, what about the mixed match tournament that they're going to do?
I heard about that. That's going to be Facebook, right?
Yep.
Like they're trying to get something going on Facebook.
Yeah, we are going to rip that off as well in Pro Wrestling Ego.
Well, let me ask you this. Is it going to be where men can wrestle women and women can wrestle men?
Well, it's WWE rules, so I'd assume they have to tag out.
I don't like it.
But we are planning on doing our Pride tournament, building up to the Path of Pride in May, our big event in May.
Okay.
We're going to crown a new Pride champion in May, and we're going to have, each month we're going to have exclusive Facebook only matches, building up to the pay-per-view. I mean, not the pay-per-view, obviously. Building up to the big event, the Path of Pride. So we'll have 4 triple threat matches. Once a month we'll release one match exclusively through Facebook, and then the finals will go Facebook Live during the Path of Pride.
Okay.
So we're trying to jump on that idea of doing the Facebook things. It's something we had been talking about, and I know people are going to say, oh, you're just copying WB, and we are. Not saying that we're not, but
people have been doing this for a while.
That's what I'm saying. We've done like the exclusive things, and then Beyond Wrestling done their secret shows, which was just kind of through YouTube and had no fans. And so we're going to kind of combine that and the Facebook Live. I mean, not Facebook Live, but the Facebook exclusive that WWE is doing. And we're going to do each one of these matches will be held not in an empty arena, but we're going to have the wrestlers and the staff at Pro Wrestling Ego kind of surrounding the ring to be the crowd, to give it that different feel. Right up against the ring, kind of banging on the ring and that kind of thing.
You got to do an all lumberjack match.
Yeah.
That way, you got to be there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that many lumberjacks, so.
Even if it's 15 people.
Everybody wear plaid.
That's it.
Bring your axes.
That's right. And your Doink the Clown mask.
Yeah. My bad. Can't help it, I like Doink.
Yeah, the lumberjack was going
What
to
is-
the clown ding-a-ling.
Let me tell you. Let me ask this.
What?
And I know it's crazy, but I know on the independents there's at least 10 guys doing doink.
Probably.
What if you had all of them in one match? Out doink the doink.
Battle of the Clowns.
Well, no, but it could be like
Clown Chaos.
well, you had the Mae Young Classic, right? And I know USWA, they've got the Don Curtis Memorial coming up. I think that's his name. If it's not, I apologize, but check out USWA. They're under the Federated brand with Pro Wrestling Ego. They got a big event coming up in December, so yeah, in December, check that out. Or it may have already happened. I don't think it has, though. Or maybe January. It's January, yeah. January 9th. I'm pretty sure I'm right. But check out USWA Federated. Anyway, what if you had a Doink the Clown Classic? The DCC. And we could get like Eugene to come be Doink, and you could get like Brooklyn Brawler to come be Doink, and you could get Alabama Doink.
Jericho.
Jericho Doink. You could get
The fat guy that wrestled hiding right.
yeah, that's Alabama Doink.
Was that him? Okay.
Yeah. You know, I think like Ray Apollo maybe still out there doing Doink. There's a Tennessee guy doing Doink.
Didn't the guy in Louisiana do it?
Yeah, Dusty Wolf.
Dusty Wolf.
Get Dusty Doink.
Doinky Dusty.
And I think there's like some offshoots. There's like Chuckles the Clown, and you know,
Well, ain't there a dink?
yeah, well, that's the midget. Let's get
No. There was like a tag team like in Alabama. Like one was Doink and one was Dink.
No, it's
Dank or-
Doink and Chuckles.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Um,
Sorry, I don't know my clown wrestling.
you know, there was rumored that Thrasher was going to be Doink the Clown as well, and he's going to be DKE Doink the Clown Enterprise. So we could get Thrasher to come in and be a Doink, and I'm going to be, you know, El Hijo de Doink. So man, we could have at least 15 Doinks there. If there's any Doink fans out there that would like to sponsor this idea, hit me up in direct message and just let me know. Say, hey, you know, maybe we can set up a GoFundMe page to do the Doink the Clown Classic.
It's kind of like an all midget show except clowns.
Yeah. I think it could be fun, man. Like,
Clown classic.
and I mean, just for fun, we could get like all the Patriots that are out there to come be like the special guest referees. I'm sure there's like 8 of those guys.
Jesus Christ.
So, a patriotic Doink Classic, that's what we'll call it.
Dr. X. I know you've met about 20 of those now, haven't you? I used to be Dr. X in wrestling.
Yeah, I get a guy hit me up every so often, be like, oh, you know, I was Dr. X.
Or the mass medic.
Yeah. So,
I know I've met 3 of those.
yeah, I've
I
met
don't
a
think there
bunch.
were that damn many.
Got a bunch.
Brown Bombers.
Yeah. That could be a cool tag team.
They were.
Word.
Yeah. Jim Cornette said they would bring in the green guys and make them the Brown Bombers. He's codenamed the Drizzling Shits.
Or if they had like poop emoji parachutes.
You have to wear the emoji poop sign on your chest like the Superman symbol.
That's horrible.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not a fan of the poop emoji.
It is wrestling.
Like, why you want to go around bragging that you play with poop? I have no idea, but that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. So, yeah, Brown Bombers, Doink the Clown Classic. Anything else you can think of?
I was trying to kind of roasted my brain with the clown thing.
While all right, go ahead.
I did. We were talking about a match earlier, the PN News scaffold match. Who else was in that damn thing? I just gotta ask. I don't even know.
I think DDP, maybe?
Was it?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
Since you're such a huge PN News fan.
Well, I mean, once you get past Yo Baby, Yo, how can you not be a PN News fan?
I guess hold on to the scaffold. I gotta go find that match now.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Yeah, I really do. If it's that bad, I want to see it.
It's horrible. So,
Speaking of PN News, what about Sterdust? You had a message to deliver to him. Says, I think he's inspired by PN News. Think about it. PN Dust.
never thought about it, but I can definitely see where the similarities are. Yeah, you know, at a Warriors Call 6. Is it straight? Jim Sterling, who is the
Alter ego.
Sorry about that. Madman had gas.
No. Hell no.
He is he is the spokesperson, agent, client, twin brother, something of Sterdust. Jim Sterling decided he would make his presence known in Ego because we did invite him.
Yeah, you did.
You know, by by throwing glitter in my face. So stop by the hardware store, bought some goggles. I'll have those on hand for sure. But I'm gonna issue an invitation. We're already gonna have the debut of Sterdust. We're gonna introduce Sterdust to Pro Wrestling Ego January the 20th at the Hideaway.
Okay.
But if Mr. Sterling wants to tag along,
I want to see that trick.
if that's possible, I may just have something in store for him as well.
So for those of the people that are wondering, will Sterdust, Jim Sterling really be there? The answer is
Sterdust will be there.
okay.
Whether Jim Sterling shows up, I don't know. But Sterdust, for sure, January 20th at the Hideaway,
Live.
Jackson, Mississippi. I guess if you're a fan of Sterdust, and I believe they're calling themselves the Stargazers.
Stargazers. Sweet.
If you want to get a chance to see him, here's your chance. If you want to get a chance to see Mr. Sterling get glitter in his face, well, if he's there,
Sweet.
you can see that as well.
Hey, I want to come down and kick his big butt too.
Yeah, you want some purple.
Enter the madness, brother. Yeah.
So we're gonna have as some people are saying, guys dressing up like WWE guys. You're gonna dress up like Macho Man, or you going for the WWE version or the WCW
Mississippi
version?
Madman, you missed the whole point of that.
Yeah,
madness.
I like the Macho Man version better.
Yeah. Well, I can do it under the hood. It's just a little hard to understand.
So
So I'll start holding my stomach and
Yeah.
going.
I've got gas, brother.
That's right. I'll back it up. Yeah.
So January 20th, the Hideaway, Jackson, Mississippi. January the 27th, Pelahatchie, Mississippi, at the Bigfoot Training Academy. And no, they do not train Bigfoots, but they might. So come watch. I don't know if any Sasquatches will show up, but it is the Bigfoot Training
I
Center.
like the truck kind.
Well, the Sasquatch may show up driving the Bigfoot.
Sweet.
So,
PN News.
yeah, with PN News and Sterdust in the back. So, check us out on those
Or
dates.
truck.
Check out Ego Radio. It's on the Anchor.fm channel. We just launched that, giving you the 3, 2, 1 of Pro Wrestling Ego. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, of course, because you're here. As well, I want just to give a shout out to our sponsors we just picked up: Elmore Towing and Automotive. We've got 4th and Gold Cafe. We've got No Limit Jiu-Jitsu, Family Termite, Derby Designs, McCullough Enterprise, Four Corners Photography, and all the other great sponsors. I don't know if I'm missing any, but I hope I don't. And just give those businesses a check. Check them out, give them some support. And if nothing else, just shoot them a message through Facebook or anywhere else you can find them. Say, hey, thanks for supporting Pro Wrestling Ego.
You know what I might try to do?
Paint yourself silver.
Not silver. Might try to get old Sterling Master there into the Life in a Headlock.
Oh, that would be cool.
Interview his big butt and see what he's got to say.
That'd be very cool. And if you see
Stardust.
no, Cletus the Clown or
Cletus.
whatever your
Sweet.
what's your
Melvin.
Melvin the Clown, if you see him, and see if he wants to support the Doink Clown
I
Invitation.
don't know. The people trying to shoot clowns last year. I don't know about that character anymore.
All right, guys. In the words of George South, yeah.